Well, I certainly hope that you can, as a human being, find your identity. As an artist, you have to, because at least in the art that I practice, your identity is a part of you, and my art is an extension of myself. I'm Susan Goines, photography major, graduated in 1987. I was 18 when I started here, and was one of the youngest. And it's like, I want to be a photographer, so I'm going to be a photographer. And this is where I go to be the photographer. But my parents, though they didn't understand it, they supported me. They said, that's what you want to do? Go do it. It doesn't seem like it can stop you anyway. I knew I wanted to be a photographer before I knew about ArtCenter. I went to my local community college, which happened to be an incredible school for photography. And along the way, I learned about ArtCenter and Brooks, two California schools that had photography degrees. So I applied to both. Brooks didn't answer my letter, and ArtCenter did. And I am so grateful, because doing research, more research, I wanted a commercial art school. I didn't want to just take pretty pictures and maybe sell them in a gallery. I wanted to do ads. I wanted to reach a broader audience. I just knew that I had something that I wanted to share. I do believe I may have been the only black person in my department in my year. It was a sort of thing where if you noticed a black person, you noticed a black person, which is weird. Here I am, I'm in Los Angeles, but I notice a black person. It's like I'm surrounded by them, you know, in my life, in my daily life. But yeah, I would go, oh, there's another black person. I wonder if they go to school here, you know? I will say that because I was one of the very, very few black students here, I had a great opportunity to meet the legendary visionary Gordon Parks when he came to our school to visit. And they had a luncheon for him. And I was asked to participate in that luncheon. I was able to sit next to him. And it is an amazing experience for me, because it's Gordon Parks. Sitting next to him as a 19-year-old child, I didn't know how amazing that was. But because I was one of the few black students here and they wanted to show, hey, we've got some black people here too that are creative, you know. They wanted to share an experience with me, to provide an experience for me, and they also wanted to show their inclusion, and I was down with every single aspect of it because I became richer for it. Pete Szynski teaches a class where you literally are photographing blocks and cubes and things that are so completely mundane, and it was grueling and boring. But it was so foundational because I can now light just about anything. I learned how to light glass. I can light a car. Then there's completely different spectrum. There's a teacher here named Paul Jasmine, fashion photographer. And in this stage, I had some of my best experiences. He'd bring in models and makeup artists, and it was one of the late term classes. And basically, you know, the world is your oyster. Create something. I'm looking in this stage right now. I had some of my best moments on this stage. What drew me to the school is its reputation and its stature. And because of its reputation and its stature, it feels like it's unattainable to a lot of people. Art should be thought of as something that's more attainable than what it is. I wish that people didn't feel that it was so out of reach for them.